We would like to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Sonic Electronics, so check them out for great deals on speakers, head units, amps, subs, wiring, etc. Use discount code PROVOBEAST for an instant 5% off your next purchase during checkout. PROVOBEAST here doing another install today. Today we're doing a backup camera on a 2011 Hyundai Tucson. We're going to show you how to install a backup camera to an aftermarket radio, which we already have installed here. And we're going to show you the steps to run all the wiring, get everything hooked up in the rear and hooked up to the radio. So first things first, with this backup camera, we need to pop out our new aftermarket radio so we can get access to the reverse gear trigger wire in the harness to trigger the radio to switch over to the reverse gear signal when we're going backwards. And we also need to get to the RCA input, that's for the reverse camera as well. So go ahead and check out my first video so I can show you exactly how to pop this all out. I'll throw that link down in the description, so like I said, check that out. But we're going to go ahead and get this popped out and start running the wire from this area down to the kick panel so we can work our way back to the rear of the vehicle. Okay, for the backup camera install, we've already removed our aftermarket radio, which we've installed previously. Go ahead and check out the description, we'll have a link there for you. So we popped this out and we ran our video wire. We just fished it down up through, and as you can see, it's kind of right there. It's a little dark, sorry about that, but we're going to fish that down through and work our way to the back of the car. This red wire is our trigger wire, which in our wiring harness we hooked it into the reverse gear wire for our radio. But essentially you just hook that right into your purple and white wire. So that's all we need to do in the dash for the backup camera. Let's get everything hooked back up and back in the dash and continue to run our video wire that also has the trigger wire all in one to the back hatch area. Okay, so this is where our backup camera wire came out from underneath the dash. We'll probably just follow it along and tuck it way back up underneath the carpet here, just so it's out of the way, and essentially it just needs to go to the back. So you're welcome to go ahead and pop panels off. Most of them are held on with clips, or you can just tuck. There's a little space up underneath. Just use the tuck method. Work your way all the way back to the hatch area of your Tucson. So we've tucked the wire up underneath. As you can see, we just tucked it all the way, finger tight all the way under, all the way down. You're in the back area. Continue to tuck, 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 tuck. You can just get up underneath these panels. Popped up the back seat, and that's where we've made it so far, and we're going to continue along. Okay, so we just tuck the wire here, as you can see, just down up underneath, made it to this point. We're going to continue to tuck up here, and we can pull these weather stripping back here, so we can run the wire up through here and then to the grommet. Okay, so I ran it all the way up, pulled this down here, popped this grommet out, and then using a zip tie and tape and a little WD-40 and pulled it on through the grommet. Now we're going to fish it up here. Now we have to take these panels apart so we can get up back behind and start running the wiring for the backup camera power. Okay, so I went ahead and popped this panel off. It's only held on with 4 clips on those areas. Once that pops off, we ran the wire now up through. Alright, so we got the back piece off. Now there's 4 screws and 2 on each end of that panel. Once you do so, the rest are just held on with clips. Give it a little force and it pops right on down. At this point, we're going to run our backup camera video and our trigger wire all the way up here. Now we need to stop here to tap into our power and ground for both the trigger wire and the camera power wire. And then our video wire will need to go to the license plate area. So these are all 8mm nuts. You'll need to remove 8 of them, actually, all the way across. What that will do is loosen this whole upper area so we can get access to run our power wire through the grommet. Okay, so after we move those 8, there's also one in the corner which makes 9, 10, and then ends on the ones on the end, 11 and 12, 13, 14. So there's a bunch of them, but you don't have to take it all the way off, which is the nice thing. You can actually, once it's loose, pull up enough to feed the wire up through, and you pull this grommet down, and I just pulled it right on through, so I didn't have to take that piece completely off. And then I made a little slit in the grommet so I could run the wiring through it, and then I'll put the grommet back in, And at this point, we'll plug our video wire in to there, and then our power wire harness, which came with the kit, looks like this. We're going to also tap into this black and red wire. Alright, so we got everything run. We got our video feed wire. This is our power wire. Got everything zip tied nice and clean. Here's our extra. Now as you can see here, red is our positive, black is our negative, and the red wire you're going to have to tie in the power, the ground, and then the original wire. So I cut the wire, stripped all three of them, put them together, put a nice crimp and crimped them back. And the ground just has the ground of the camera and the ground of the light. Like those two together as well. Got everything zip tied nice and clean. Did a little test and it works great. We're gonna go ahead and start reassembling and buttoning things up, and then we'll do a final test for you up front. Alright, so we got the back all put back together. Okay, so we got our radio all booted up here. Let's go ahead and put it in reverse for you. There we are. All done. It's kind of bright because I got a light back there. Put in park. Awesome. That's about it. If you have any questions about this backup camera install, just go and post a comment below. Thanks guys for watching the channel. Appreciate your support. Be sure to check out the first video where we installed this Kenwood radio. Hopefully this was helpful for you.